Okay, welcome to Reiki Call. I'm Karen Harrison. This is November, and we're getting ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm glad that you've joined this, whether live or viewing it afterwards. You can view the recording several places. One, on my website at www.karenharrison.net. You can view it on my YouTube channel, which is Karen Harrison Reiki. And I have a playlist for Reiki Call. And I'm in the process of getting it all uploaded to iTunes as a podcast. So glad you are here. And welcome to Dana. So can you share a little bit about what you've been doing lately with Reiki?
Mostly just doing my own Reiki right now, trying to get myself feeling good and get some energy and heal my eyes. And I did quite a bit of Reiki with my daughter when she went through some things. So I spent quite a bit of time in the winter time doing a lot of Reiki on her. So I'm just doing it mainly for family right now, friends.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure that they're very grateful for you.
So, but I would like to be a little more part of a Reiki community. I feel that's important for my own health and growth. So, but
we have a small community tonight. So.
Yeah, right.
I haven't. I missed a few months while I was traveling. I just got back from Omaha teaching Reiki. So, well, I want to start off and see if you have any questions that you would like to have answered.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what, I hadn't really thought too much about it. I know there's the real kind of a movement to not be divided within the Reiki traditions, to have more
harmony.
Yes, it's a good word. Yeah. What is your take on that?
Well, I'm with the International Center for Reiki Training, and we take it very seriously to have harmony in the Reiki community, and welcome everybody from whatever lineage of Reiki or school of Reiki that they've studied, and to value each one. We don't believe in putting anyone else down, and it's right in our ethical code for the Reiki Membership Association, which is part of the International Center for Reiki Training. So it says we refrain from saying anything negative about other practitioners.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that organization, but it wasn't. I guess my the second time I took the Reiki, I got my master's from someone who was in that tradition. So.
Okay. All right. Well, then what I would like to bring up is Holy Fire 3 Reiki. The International Center for Reiki Training has now come up with Usui Holy Fire 3 Reiki, which is our upgrade level 3. And in this upgrade level 3, it is all about uncovering the authentic self and revealing it, helping to heal all the layers of things that cover up who we truly are, our divine nature, and healing those parts of ourselves, healing the parts of ourselves that were created by, it's called the culturally created self, the part of ourself that was all about pleasing our parents and pleasing others, and perhaps losing touch with who we really are. So that's a little bit about what the Holy Fire 3 is about, the, revealing that authentic self, healing the culturally created self, healing the dormant self, which are the qualities that we've denied and suppressed and pushed down. And we're also working with even higher and higher levels of consciousness, which is pretty exciting. So, hey, welcome, Elena. Glad you're here.
Thank you. Hi, Karen. Sorry I was late.
That's okay. So I was just giving a little bit of overview of the Holy Fire 3. So in Holy Fire, we have a concept called the three heavens. And the first heaven is the physical earth, the atmosphere, the people of the earth. The second heaven are spirit beings who may seem to have impressive power, but who can violate free will. And they're not totally illumined beings, not totally full of God's love and light. And then third heaven beings, which are devoid of any ego, and they are illumined, they are full of God consciousness, and that's where you would find beings like Jesus and Buddha and the angels and the archangels and others. And now with Holy Fire, we are exploring fourth and fifth level heavens. And, so the third level heaven is the beginning of this, egoless consciousness, the place of spirit. And then fourth and fifth are just even higher dimensions in that. And as we go higher, it has even more power to heal our issues more deeply and more quickly. So we are just getting to know more about that energy. As William Rand says with Reiki, what we're doing is exploring these higher levels of consciousness and then writing about it rather than reading what other people have written and then, trying to fit whatever we find into, already existing write-ups and terms. So I think it's kind of exciting that we are being bold Reiki explorers. And this energy is going to be available to anyone that has any level of Holy Fire Reiki through a webinar with William Rand, which he is now going to be doing in January. It was going to be in December, but he wanted a little bit more time to continue working with the energy and have everything ready, including his handout packet that will go with the manuals. So I'd written down when it is, but I see right now I have the December date in front of me rather than the January date. But I will be posting it on my student Facebook pages, and I'll send out information in an email. And everyone with Holy Fire Reiki will get an email about it also. So do either of you have any questions about the Holy Fire 3?
So you need to start with 1 and 2, right? Before that.
No, it's kind of like Windows. If you install Windows on your computer, you just install the latest version.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So he's doing this online then, a webinar online?
He's doing the webinar online. It's only for people that already have the Holy Fire Reiki.
Oh, okay.
You have to come to a class.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense. I don't agree with learning it online.
Right. Well, the International Center also does not agree with learning online.
Right.
Reiki is a hands-on modality.
Yeah, I've seen some lately online.
Yes, there are some online, and we think that it is a nice introduction to Reiki, but not a substitute for an in-person class. Mm-hmm. So the webinar is only for people that have already had the 3-day in-person class. And this is going to be a 2-hour experience so that they can get upgraded to the latest level with the most ease and the least amount of cost, because it'll be $35 to upgrade. So he wanted to make it accessible and affordable for people to easily upgrade if they choose.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, Elena, do you have any questions about it? Okay, well, she is muted. So.
Sorry. I do not have any questions. So I was curious about the fourth and fifth heaven, because you're like, okay, you're thinking third heaven, God, Buddha, or Jesus there. And then I'm glad you talked about that, because I was wondering what is beyond that.
Yeah. So we are finding out. But how that works is the third heaven is the beginning of the God consciousness, and it continues to go up from there in higher levels of enlightenment, and also it goes from form to more formlessness the higher up you go. So in the lower levels of consciousness, we have duality. Duality is good and evil, black and white, male and female, light and dark. And as we go into more formlessness, everything merges into being more and more one. And, like with the angels, you often think of them as either being genderless, or that they could be, some angels are thought of as either masculine or feminine. That's part of that moving into the non-duality, the formlessness, the higher up you go. So I think it's kind of akin to the Bible verse that says, in my Father's house there are many mansions. And, the third heaven is one of those mansions, and from there it expands and goes farther. And, if we go to these higher levels of consciousness, there's more power to solve our problems. And with the Holy Fire Reiki, what we're really wanting to do is bring those higher levels of consciousness to the earth. Reiki is not about escaping earth or, trying to get out of earth. It's about, bringing those blessings of the heavenly realms to earth, to help people, to relieve suffering, to heal ourselves, to live better lives, and to live in more peace and harmony. So one other thing that I'll share that Holy Fire 3 is really about, it's the unification consciousness, and also about the World Peace Crystal Grid. So the World Peace Crystal Grid is something that William Rand created back in the late 90s. It has a symbol. Oh, here, I think I have one in my office here. Just a second. All right, here it is. Okay, it's laminated, so it's reflecting a little bit. But anyway, there is a symbol for each of the world's religions. And then there's a crystal for each of the world's religions. Here, if I tilt it a little bit, you can see it better. So the symbol, and then there's this inscription around it that says, may the followers of all spiritual paths and religions work together to create peace among all people on earth. And when William Rand first started working with the Holy Fire 3 energy, it came through on Mount Karama, which is the place where Dr. Sui, the founder of Reiki, first got connected to the Reiki healing energy. So that was kind of auspicious, I think. And the World Peace Grid was there, and William Rand was teaching a class on Reiki on Mount Karama. And that happened in, I think it was late September, early October. So I think that's pretty exciting, that the Holy Fire Reiki has a lot to do with trying to bring more harmony to the people of all different spiritual paths, so that we're not fighting with each other. Instead, we are working together to create a better earth and a better world. Any questions or comments about that?
That's great. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. So, okay, well, Elena, do you have any questions that you would like to have answered about Reiki tonight?
Do I have any questions? I don't have any questions.
Okay.
I will give you an update though. We have started a Reiki circle in the Joplin area.
Yay.
So I just wanted to share that. Can't think of any questions right now. I'm sure I have one, but I just can't think right now because I'm also driving.
Oh.
Not safe.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Just trying to get home, and then I'm going to keep on the call. But yes, we started a Reiki circle with another Reiki master, Jean Kilquist, and I think we've done 3 months right now. So we're trying to spread the peace and harmony around that area right now. So that's what we've been doing.
Well, yay! Good for you all. Thanks for doing that. Awesome. Yeah. Well, a couple of questions that I got sent that I thought are kind of interesting is, one, do you have to have quiet to do Reiki? And so while it is ideal to have quiet, and quiet music while doing Reiki, it's possible to do Reiki anywhere. Many people offer Reiki at psychic fairs and all different kinds of fairs, and those are very noisy venues with people talking and lots of different sounds and so forth. So Reiki works anywhere. You could even give Reiki at a football game. The recipient will receive the most relaxation if they are lying down, relaxing, and really intending to soak up the healing energy. Also, if they are not talking the whole time, they will notice more of a relaxation response, because talking means that our brain is engaged and we're thinking, and we relax better if we allow our brain to quiet, and it can't quiet if we're talking. So having some quiet will just help the recipient to receive some more benefit. Now, when people come in, if they want to talk about their problems I think that's just fine, for them to talk about their problems a little bit and then have some period of quiet. If people are coming in and they're just wanting to chit-chat about their weekend plans or, what they're going to do for the holidays and spend very much time on that, then usually what I'll say to them is, let's have a period of quiet so you can get even more benefit out of the session and give yourself a chance to relax more fully. So that's how I handle that. Any thoughts about that? Have you all done Reiki in areas that were noisy and not very quiet?
I like it quiet too.
Okay. Yeah. I remember one story where I was at a group and someone said to me, "Gosh, you're pretty hyper." Well, I was in a room of about 1,000 women at a beauty school, and things were kind of wild and crazy there. And they'd just given us these big beauty boxes with all these Young Living products in it, and everybody was very excited. But when she said, you're awfully hyper, I just sat down, closed my eyes, activated Reiki, and, you know, within about 2 minutes, she said to me, wow, I can feel the energy rolling off of you. And it helped her to feel calmer too. So there I did Reiki in a room of a lot of excited women. So, okay, another question that someone sent in is that she planned to start a Reiki business in her home. And what does she need to know about that? And, you know, she said that she does have, you know, a dog that barks and, you know, just kind of thinking about what she might do. And if you're going to have a business in your home, there are several things to think about. First, you want to talk with the provider of your homeowner's insurance and tell them that you want to have a business in your home and find out about getting some extra insurance to cover you should something happen, like the driveway is icy, someone arrives and slips and falls on the driveway. You want to make sure you're covered there. Second of all, you want to create a nice, quiet, harmonious environment. So a separate room with a door on it that you can shut, and doing the session at a time when you're not going to have a lot of people making a lot of noise in the house, or you know, pets running around. You know, particularly if you have pets, it would be important to let the person coming over know in case they have any kind of allergy to the pet, particularly cats. Because I used to have a cat, and when I would teach in my home, I did have one student who was very allergic and ended up getting sick for a couple of days. So that didn't work out so well. And
Karen, I have a question on that. I'm sorry, or I can ask when you're done.
No, go ahead.
I was just curious, the insurance that you can get through Reiki.org, it's around like $150. Is slip and fall in addition to that, or is that all you need?
I think that you'll need that insurance. You'll need some liability insurance that does cover you somewhat. But if you're going to do it in your home, you might want a separate business policy to cover you. And that would be something to talk with your homeowner's insurance about. I mean, I have a business liability coverage that covers several things, like having, you know, my computer in my home and my records in my home, and, you know, and some product and things I sell here, and you know, my printer and all of that. So it's been a little while since I purchased it. I probably need to go back and check details, but you just want to make sure that you are covered. And then another thing to think about is, does your homeowners association, if you're in a subdivision, does it allow you to have a business in your home? And your city, does it allow you to have a business in your home? Do you need to go get a license from the city? If you're only seeing a client here and there, it's really not a big deal, probably not a problem. But if you were to start seeing people on a more regular basis, then if you're not supposed to be doing it in your home, then it might be good to see about getting a space that you could rent. So also, you know, you'll want to have a stable, comfortable table. One of the tables that I had at my office was great for a while, but then anytime someone would get on it, it started creaking. So anytime the person would move, it creaked. So that was a sign, okay, I think that table needs replacing. And then you have to decide, are you going to use sheets and a pillow and blanket on your table, or are you going to just have them lay on the table? You want a blanket or not? Anyway, those are all some things to think about, you know, for your table, and I've done it all different ways. Certainly for the winter, it's kind of nice to have some fuzzy, warm flannel sheets on it, and a little blanket and a small pillow. Because if you have a big pillow, it's hard to get your hands under the head and do some of the hand positions. So any other questions or comments about that? I don't know if you all have given Reiki in your homes or not.
I plan to start. I was supposed to have a client the other day, but they never showed. So that didn't work out. But I pretty much have everything I need besides insurance, and just haven't worked that all out yet.
Okay. Well, one thing that you might consider is maybe calling or texting the client a day or two ahead of the schedule just to confirm that they are coming. I found that to be really helpful because, you know, sometimes people forget to put it on their calendar, or something comes up and they forget to cancel. So it's better for you as the practitioner to know that ahead of time, you know, so that you're not preparing and cleaning and you know, and doing all those things that take time if the person isn't coming. Okay. Well, unless you have any more questions, I think we're going to move into our time of sharing distance Reiki with each other, where we will activate, if you have Reiki 2 or higher, the 3 Reiki 2 symbols, the power symbol, the mental emotional symbol, and the symbol to send Reiki at a distance. And then we will all intend to send Reiki to everyone on the call and anyone that watches this call later. And I'm going to just begin with an opening prayer. Oops, sorry, that's my home phone that I forgot to toss into the other room. Okay, all right. So let's just take a moment to power ourselves up. If you have Reiki 2 or higher, I'm going to draw a power symbol. Oh, that was Holy Fire symbol. Okay, the power symbol in front of us. And then a 1 on each chakra going all the way up. And I like to say a little phrase: I strengthen my light with Reiki. Anything less than love and light will transform or leave. And then now, a little prayer. Okay, Father, Mother, God, Sweet Holy Spirit, we are grateful for this time to gather and share Reiki with each other, share Reiki with our world, our community, with everyone that watches this video or who listens to it. We intend everyone to receive a deep healing. We ask to be clear and open channels for only the highest and holiest Reiki energy, setting our personalities and egos aside. Thank you, God. Amen. Okay. So now power up your hands with whatever Reiki symbols that you have. Okay, so now I'm just going to intend to send distance Reiki, and you can hold your hands up, you can hold your hands down, you can hold them on your lap, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to have my eyes closed. I'll be opening them from time to time in case someone joins us and they're wondering, what the heck are they doing? Okay, and we'll do this until about 5 till 8. Okay, well, let's bring that to a close. Wow, that was feeling really good. I got so relaxed, about to fall asleep. Hopefully you're not driving anymore, Elena. So we've got the holidays coming up, and be sure to send Reiki ahead to your holiday plans, to your family get-togethers, for things to go smoothly and easily and harmoniously, and for everybody to stay healthy and well through the holidays and the cold and flu season. Yeah, mostly I just think of using Reiki so that everyone gets along. You know, I'm a family counselor too, and I hear plenty of stories of all sorts of family conflicts that come up as a result of people having challenges through the holidays. So send Reiki in advance. And, you know, besides, you know, when I send out the request to send in your questions, you know, you can certainly send in your questions by texting me or emailing me. My email is Karen@KarenHarrison.net. And again, my website is www.KarenHarrison.net. So any final questions or comments before we end for tonight?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
I'll hope to get to a Reiki circle someday.
Yes, I hope so. In Kansas City, we have it at Cleveland Chiropractic College. We moved there recently. It's a wonderful space.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes, we were having it at Unity Church of Overland Park, but
Right.
sold the building, so we moved over to Cleveland Chiropractic. So it's at about 108th and Antioch, and it is the second and fourth Mondays of the month from 7 to 9 p.m. And we do it upstairs in a room that has massage tables for us. So that's
nice.
out very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thanks for joining us. And I will have to see about a date for December. I'm going to be traveling. William Rand, the head of the International Center for Reiki Training, is hosting a Reiki retreat for all the licensed teachers, and I am organizing that. And so I'll be gone from December 5th to the 15th. So I'll have to see if I can get it arranged for when I get back. Okay. All right. Well, I will be seeing you all again, and thanks for joining us.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy